Yo, man, welcome back to another episode of Island God Talk Podcast, man. Your favorite two hosts in the building, back in America, JU and Kingmeechyyy in the building. How you doing today, bro?
Bro, I'm doing great, bro. I cannot lie. It feels good to be back in America, though. Just like having the sense of home. Like, I feel more comfortable here sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, like that's the thing. Home is gonna be comfortable, and it's good to step outside your comfort zone. But you know, when you go outside your comfort zone a little too long, sometimes you need to take a step back. Cause actually, in the way of the superior man, they say go just beyond the edge of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Then you kind of keep moving from there over time and shit like that. Cause your edge gets wider as you keep stepping just past it. So,
facts, bro. I can definitely say I feel like we stepped past that comfort zone. How do you think? How you feel about that?
Yeah, definitely, man. Each time, one for one, like, I mean, Dominican Republic, I was only there 3 nights. This was 4 nights, you know what I'm saying? B&B definitely was more in the trenches style, I will say that. We faced some dangers, you know, we almost got arrested a few times out there, almost ended up in Colombia jail a few times, man, so... Hey man, it was definitely outside the comfort zone, and we also, I think we knew a little bit more Spanish. Well, I say a lot more Spanish, which helped us be able to interact more and better and stuff like that. So it was cool.
That is true, bro. And I feel like with Spanish, the one thing I didn't realize before, it's really about confidence and saying stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if you saying something, say that shit with your chest, bro. Because you try being kind of shy about it, they don't know, they're not going to know what the fuck you saying. But you start saying that shit with just like, yeah, I really know what I'm saying. They gets it.
Yeah, man.
Boom, boom.
Oh, no, go ahead.
All right, but we can get right into this thing, bro. We going to start off hating on niggas, bro. Hating on other men, especially as a man, bro. I look at it like this. No matter what a person is doing, bro, granted, you don't have to agree with every single one of their choices, bro. But if a nigga's really getting money, you hating on the fact that he's just getting money, I feel like that's just so crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, like, what was it? It was J. Cole. He said you laughing at somebody that's rich, the joke's on you, you know? Because a lot of times people... You don't even know somebody. I mean, I guess if you know the person that's rich that you hating on, maybe it's a little bit different, but I don't really think it is. I think it's just envy and jealousy instead of being motivated by the shit. Or even if you are jealous or something, just let that be a motivating factor, not let it be a reason for that to hate somebody, you know?
Facts, bro. And I feel like we take that, not as in we, I mean like, a lot of just men, bro. Niggas be hating on men that got more money than them. And granted, it doesn't even matter how he got the money for real. It's just know he got more of it than you. So obviously he's doing something that you're not.
Yeah, and I think, you know, sometimes when stuff like that comes up, I like to think about just how men used to be when we were more primal and stuff like that. And it was a reason why, or you even look at it today, someone tries to challenge the leader of a lion pride. Someone tries to challenge the toughest gorilla that who gonna be, or the strongest wolf in the wolf pack. You know, someone tries to challenge that person, but niggas is soft nowadays. So instead of even trying to challenge or doing something in an honorable way, it only gotta get violent nowadays. Like, you can just have a certain competition. Like, instead of hating on a nigga about him playing basketball better than you, why don't you go compete with that nigga? You feel me?
It's the only way to get better, bro. And I feel like as a kind of a society, we took that thing to a whole nother level. Now we be pillow talking to bitches. Like, I feel like that's a big one. Now you and this guy fuck with the same girl. Now you badmouth him, but especially most of the time he had her first type shit.
Yeah, and it's like, boom, like I said, they're not challenging them more. Guys are soft. They just want to talk about a nigga, which is, again, that's more feminine behavior. Gossip is feminine behavior. I don't care who it's about, who you talk to about it. You know, we all might entertain that shit every once in a while, but understand when you are entertaining gossip, whether it's about another nigga or even about girls or even celebrity gossip, if it's not having to deal with your business, then you really doing some feminine behavior, and it's up to ourselves to kind of like check that during those moments, because you don't want it to lead to you just hating on somebody instead of putting in work, your own work, to where you ain't even noticing what the other motherfuckers got or what they don't got.
That is true, bro. And even when it comes down to women, because a lot of time it do be the women bringing this stuff up. Like, they'll start talking about somebody, and then they want you to, like, kind of chime in, bash on them, too. Hey, I say like this. Oh, health, wealth, and blessings to that man. Like, I wish him the best. I don't got nothing negative to say about him for the simple fact, bro. He doing him. I'm going to let him do him. I'm going to do me, bro. Because when you just hating on him, it's like you just giving him more energy, bro.
Yeah, you giving him more energy. You fueling his fire. You give it like free energy, free attention. If he knows what he's doing, he can monetize. You can make a whole video hating on a nigga. All he gotta do is, okay, let me react to this nigga hating on me and talk shit about him, make a couple jokes at him, and now I'm making money off this nigga hating on me. And he could have just ignored me. Okay, you don't like that's what strong, that's what masculine men do. When we don't like something, we just ignore it. We're not entertaining it. We just, okay, we're gonna put that to the side. You think the strongest line is gonna be goddamn hating on the most annoying line, the one that just want to be around and saying dumb shit all the time? Nah, you just ignoring the nigga. You're letting him be the court jester that he is.
Hell yeah, he's not even thinking about him, for real, for real. Mm-hmm. And that's why I say, even with celebrities, like, I don't really like when women say, oh, Drake's lame. Granted, we might all think Drake is lame, but I'm not gonna be like, yeah, this nigga Drake, he a lame ass nigga, bro. Nah, that nigga Drake getting money, bro. So I don't really care what he's doing. Like, he's getting money. Kudos to that guy, bro.
Yeah, like, to me, that's more so of a, that's when people see stuff that's different from them, or it's almost just a envy, or they feel like someone is not as deserving as they would be because of their circumstances versus his. To me, I'm not looking at somebody different because they came up a certain type of way, whether Silver Spoon got money, don't got money, and all these different things. To me, yeah, we all got 2 arms, 2 legs, and can breathe and think correctly, then we on the same playing field for the most part. Like, yeah, you might have a little head start. I can always work 10 times as hard as you, and then I'm going to be ahead of you eventually.
That is true, bro. That's so true.
Instead of hating on motherfuckers.
Exactly, for no apparent reason.
Calling him lame because, oh, he Jewish or this, that, or the third. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get a lot of fans for that one, too.
No cap. No cap, bro. And it was Country Rain. He said something, too. He was like, because people were saying, Chico, I'm pretty sure they was talking about Chico being, or one of the dude from the 85 South Show versus him, like, who's funnier. He was like, bro, we got 2 different audiences, bro. And people was hating on Country Wayne because, you know, sometimes he don't be doing that cussing stuff. Like, he still be having the church crowds, stuff like that. And then I believe his ex-wife ex-girlfriend called him lame. I was like, why would you call this man lame just because he has a different style of doing things?
And a lot of times doing things in a more righteous way will seem lame to people who move in a unrighteous way. Like me, I think consciously of not cursing as much. I got a lot of nieces and nephews. I don't want to be saying stuff accidentally around them, so I consciously think about it. And some people might say, yo, if you don't want to say the N-word, you don't want to say any type of cuss words, oh, you're lame for not doing that, which to me is just so backwards of thinking. Like, nah, you being it's going to make you a better person. It's going to expand your vocabulary because you got to think of a different way to say something than just using a curse word.
That is true, bro. That's very so true. And I feel like those are the things we need to normalize instead of like, and if that's the stuff you going to call me lame. And I feel like even when it comes down to this tribal stuff, like, I know niggas be hating, bro. I know people be hating, but it's still like, bro, if somebody is doing something you can't do, it's okay, bro. Keep working hard, bro.
I know niggas be hating, bro, because it's like, boom, the first pick I post gets the most likes. Even if the last pick is the best pick, the first one I post gets the most likes. Because I thought, wow, niggas is tired of seeing you doing good or tired of seeing you doing good shit. And to me, it's like, you know, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I look at a lot of stuff I don't even put on Instagram. I don't even put on Twitter because I want people that fuck with me. And if they found me through a different platform and then they followed me on Instagram, like, those are the people who I would care about, the people that actually fuck with me for what I do, what I say type shit, rather than all the people I grew up with and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They just, I don't know, niggas be hating for no reason. I don't be understanding it. Like, I dealt with that shit though my whole life, just niggas hating for no reason. So I be feeling like a lot of things you get on early in life is kind of like God is like preparing you for later, because you're gonna be a great person. You're gonna deal with motherfuckers hating for no reason.
Literally, bro. And I feel like it's so important not to let them diminish. What is that word? Diminish.
Oh, diminish. Yeah.
Diminish. Yeah. See, hey, expanding that vocabulary, bro. Diminish your shine, bro. For the simple fact, bro, pop your shit, bro. Like, I feel like right now, like, especially like if you're a young black man, the culture might be to do something else. Like maybe to be doing drugs, doing whatever, like doing regular hood shit type shit. People enjoy seeing that. Like they want to see you do some dumbass shit.
Yeah, and me, I don't even like hating on that side, because it's even, you'll have the dudes that people call lame, and then they turn on those guys people call lame. Their reaction is to call dudes that have interacted in the streets or stuff like that Pookies and Ray Rays and shit like that. And I'm like, why is it division between men? I feel like niggas should be coming together and more so networking in between, because that's what expands your crowd. That's what expands the people that will watch your stuff. If you trying to alienate part of your potential audience, then you're not gonna you're gonna hit a ceiling eventually.
That's literally what Country Wayne said, bro. He was like, bro, y'all be so limited on this one audience, but when y'all start branching out, you got everybody. He got the church folks, got the hood people, like all coming together. He said that's what it's really about.
Mm-hmm.
When you can bring them all together, then you're going next level.
Yeah, your audience is gonna be as big as it can be, as long as you are open and accepting. I ain't saying you gotta curate your stuff for everybody. Still be yourself, but it's just about not trying to alienate nobody and not trying to and not liking a certain group or type of people just for no reason.
Literally, bro. Even if you might not necessarily agree with everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like it could be LGBT community, and you might be on some whole stuff. You might be on some self-improvement stuff. Well, maybe they don't agree with you on certain things, but they might still want to get their push-ups in and stuff like that, you know?
Hey, that's real stuff, because I do believe you can take something for everybody, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like something. Whether it's just acceptance, something.
Or even knowing what not to do. You feel me?
Real stuff.
People's stories will tell you about how they got to where they are. If you learn somebody's story, you'll find out, okay, how this person became this person. And even knowing that, you can pick something out like, okay, I know not to do that because that led them to this.
Mm-hmm. It was somebody doing like a study on the West Coast, bro. There was like, he was talking to like all the homeless people. Oh, it was Cat Williams. Cat Williams said that, like how he was talking to all the homeless people. He was like, yeah, like what got me here, drugs, like whether it was cocaine, meth, heroin, all that stuff. Granted, he was like, yeah, that's why I'm not doing it, because he see, like, hey, they did this and now they end up here, bro. And that's really what it is. So don't think you can't take nothing from somebody, bro.
Facts, because that's just reasons why not to hate on somebody, or why not to be so quick to use ad hominem attacks on people that you don't necessarily agree with right away.
Facts, bro. And that brings us another great topic, bro. When it comes down to hating, bro, really, when it comes down to the age gaps, let's say you're like 35 and then this 22-year-old say something about you, you're not really messing with it, bro. Some things you gotta understand, like there's age barriers with this shit, bro. There's no way you should be going back and forth with somebody that much younger than you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that it be messing up the game, bro. Because you letting this 22-year-old get you so wild up for what reason? Like, you should be so much more mature. Be like, give them grace. Like, those are the people you really need to give grace to. Like, people that really don't know no better.
Yeah, because, I mean, in all in honesty, after a certain point, age does not really matter. It's more so about the wisdom and the maturity that you do have. So if you have a lot of wisdom and maturity, yeah, if a younger guy is not agreeing with you, you might, like, a lot of times if you have a lot of wisdom, you're going to tell him something one time. If he don't want to take it in and through his mind, then you know he's not ready yet. Mm-hmm. And you just, whatever he say back, you're not really entertaining it because you know it's coming from a place of ignorance at that point.
It literally is. And that be my thing. When especially I feel like this is more black culture stuff. Like when people like with two different age gaps are damn near beefing, it doesn't make sense to me because. And I do feel like it can be like knowledge and maturity too. So it could be vice versa. You could be 22 and a 35-year-old beefing with you. Yeah. You're like, what the world is really going on? But bro, you gotta know if they're not on the same level of maturity, bro, you should not be. Really, you shouldn't go back and forth with anybody. But if you know, yeah, they're not on my level, you cannot be going back and forth with these people, bro. It's not gonna bring you no good, and especially their mind isn't gonna change, bro.
Yeah, especially like stuff over the internet. I just be feeling like, all right. If you are that older person, it's no point in doing that. And if you're in front of somebody and you want to have a conversation with them one-on-one, the people on the internet and all that shit is not watching, and y'all want to have a little debate or just want to see each other's point of view, and you trying to understand the younger person's point of view, so you asking them questions and you're not letting his answers get you riled up and stuff like that, then that's okay. But like real literal back and forths and arguments when it comes between age generations, I don't think it's necessary, even with your kids. But a lot of times, if your kid is like really going back and forth having arguments, either you not growing or you didn't teach them enough to not to know that to already know how things are and stuff like that.
That is true, bro. And I feel like you should never go back and forth with your kid. Like that should be a big no-no, bro.
But a lot of parents, they are the type, if they don't go back and forth, they resort to shutting them down. They resort to like, why you getting smart with me when you going back and forth with the parent and shit like that. Which I don't think it should be like that. As long as the kid is being respectful, I think you should hear what they got to say and stuff like that. 'Cause at the end of the day, all knowledge comes from the same place. But and then if it's like, if they have a like warped understanding of something, like say it's like sex or something like that, and you hear what they gotta say, and then you tell them the reasons why. You already know, like tell them the shit you done been through, tell them the reason why they need to put a condom on or something like that. Because if your kid like, okay, Papa Meechyyy, I don't wanna wear no condoms no more and shit like that, like what you gonna do?
Bro, he said he don't want to wear. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm gonna let you know from fucking. I know some niggas that's out here real life burnt, bro, not wearing no condom. Like, you need to put that thing on.
Yeah, if you want to get a shot in your ass or you want to wear a condom, like pick your choice.
No cap. Hey, and I feel like some of the stuff, it be like in a kid. I used to think like sex, like women peed out of their butt type beat, and I feel like those just like the little misconceptions, like you might want to change in a kid, bro. I remember I said that to my mom one time.
I mean, I think if they're young, you should let them think that, but don't let them go nowhere else telling people that shit. Like, I mean, after they a certain age, I guess that's cool and shit like that. Like, after they a certain age, tell them. But I don't think, like, if they're young, like, you was young thinking that. Like, yeah. Okay, if you was in middle school thinking that, then I wouldn't let you go to school saying that, because you might get teased and stuff like that for saying. Especially because, we went through, like, family life in, like, 5th grade.
It was something like, it was something like that. 5th or 6th, one of the two.
I think it was like both for real.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he had like a part 1, then like a part 2 type beat. Oh yeah, but that's really what I thought, and I feel like those was like the little things you might want to correct. So just so you're not. So, that shit was crazy because I said it right in front of her, like I knew what the fuck I was talking about. She did not correct me either. My brother was talking about something. I didn't tell him that.
I wouldn't have corrected you either, though. I wouldn't have.
Thanks, bro. But I just feel like those like the little misconceptions and actually explaining shit. When I say don't go back and forth, I'm not saying don't explain it, but it shouldn't be like an argument type beat. It shouldn't be like we're literally having a debated argument. You think you're right, I think I'm right. Nah, that's not how this is gonna work, especially with a kid.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it depends what you mean by a kid, because I think after a certain age, I think it's good for you to challenge your belief that somebody else told you, at least run it through your own process and center and see if it makes sense, because you'll grow up believing a lot of crazy shit if all you ever do is just listen to what your parents told you. You might end up a Satanist just listening to what your parents told you and stuff like that. So it's Definitely good to run things through your own personal filters and shit like that as you get older. But yeah, like young, you know, what the parents say goes for the most part.
It will be, bro. But that's a good one. I feel like that's more of like a high school thing. When you really start being able to run stuff through your own filter, start questioning things, bro. And I think that's why so many people, like, that would be a difficult stage, high school, like, living with your parents, especially, like, as a man, bro. I remember me and my dad, I remember the first time I got into it with my dad, I was, like, a sophomore, bro.
Oh, yeah. The first time you probably challenged him, like.
Hell yeah, nigga put me on my neck. Shit was crazy. But, like, I feel like this shit just be needed, like, because you gotta try, because like your testosterone pumping and you think you kind of know everything.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, it's like, from your dad perspective, more than likely he was right on the situation, and probably was, especially you being a young dumb teen.
Hell no, that nigga won't right, bro. That nigga lucky on he won't try that shit. Nigga, don't try that shit now, bro. I'm on his ass.
But that's one of those things. Is like, you under his tribe until you old enough to be able to take on your own tribe, you feel me? So that's just kind of the law of the land at that point. You challenging the law of the hand once you're going against something, you living in somebody's house. But then again, that's why Cat Williams said he had to leave, because something like crazy happened with him and his dad. And he's like, yo, I'm living under this man's house. It's either I stay here and conform or I just leave.
That is true, bro.
And everybody's shit, like y'all shit probably wasn't as bad for you to just, I'm leaving this shit.
Nah, I didn't leave. Nah, nigga had me fucked up. I definitely left that night. I said, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going to my mom's house.
Well.
But and I feel like that's just something that just happens. I feel like a lot of men has went through that shit with their dad. Like,
yeah.
Like, you getting older, that testosterone starts pumping, bro. And it just is what it is. But I feel like stuff like that, it just gonna happen. It doesn't mean like the relationship should be like always gotta, you know what I mean? Like, I still love my dad, like shit like that. But I'm just saying, when stuff like that happens, you kind of gotta take it with a grain of salt, bro. Now looking back at it, I do understand it. Like, you can't disrespect another man in his house, the house he pays for.
Yeah, if he even feel like you about to challenge you, he's 9 times out of 10 he gonna put you in your place even before he know it. Like, man, so it's like, definitely, like, I understand it for sure. Like, hey, my dad left a handprint on my face one time.
God
just
damn.
because he thought I was about to swing on him. Like,
for real?
Yeah. So it's like, I definitely understand it growing up back then. Like, yeah, of course I was mad as fuck about it, and then like, but growing up, I just understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely wasn't perfect, but he, did a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you felt like I was challenging him, he probably was right. You know what I'm saying? I probably was getting close to it if I won't go and do it that day, you know?
That is very true. That is very true. And that's another reason why I feel like you got to give dads grace out here, bro. Being a dad, that shit is tough. An actual dad, bro.
An actual dad in a society that doesn't want you to be a dad? Yeah, definitely. Everything is going against you, from the job that got to keep you here for these slave hours to this government that incentivizes your woman to leave you, giving her assistance and all these different things. So yeah, it's definitely, and then you got the culture that promotes promiscuity and stuff like that. So yeah,
I feel like it is a lot to deal with, bro. You got to think about it. You literally just said it. You got to go to work, then come home, and you got to still deal with your wife. Then you got to deal with the kids. Like, what the kids do, the kids fucking up. God damn. Like,
my dad was working 12 hours, still come home, doing housework, rebuilt the deck, chopping down trees and all types of shit, going like fixing everything. We never had a maintenance nigga or any type of plumber or none of that come to the crib like when I was young. So he was doing all the shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's it. And now I feel like that's what it really means being a dad. Like, you damn near taking care of everything.
Hell yeah, and never being appreciated as much as you need it. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel like that's the tough one, bro. Because as a kid, like, yeah, you might tell your dad thank you, but like, you're not really grasping like what all he's really doing for
you. You're not at all.
That's why I said, like, you watching this, bro, give your dad some grace, bro. And that's what I'll tell anybody, bro. Yeah, mostly everybody's been through something with their dad, bro. Something.
Yeah. Unless that man fuck your wife or try to kill you 9 times or it's like stole all your money, 9 times out of 10, you should still have some type of honor and reverence for him. You know what I'm saying?
Especially as a man, bro. Because I see a lot in women, bro. And it be kind of making me mad, like, when women badmouth their dad. I be like, you don't get it. Like, you don't get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying what he did was right. But he was probably going through something, I promise
Yeah,
you.
probably going through something, which that doesn't make it right. We need to be as masculine as possible. So even when we are going through something, we can keep that away from our families. But bro, we didn't have all this information. Like our past generations of black dads did not have this information. They was just going through the motions and understanding the things through white people eyes, to be honest, especially black dads in America. And even other racist dads, like Hamza talked about how abusive his dad was and stuff like that. But he still, you can tell he still got respect for his dad because he understands his dad was working them hard hours as a taxi driver and stuff like that. And you see, they were again an Indian family living in the UK. My dog used to do cable work and stuff like that. So he's going in all different types of households. He said, yeah, the Indian, the Asian people, and even the Spanish kids, like, yeah, their parents were much harder on them than the black and the white kids. And like the white kids do whatever, and the black kids, they parents kind of be like on the friend shit. So having that, I'm already understanding like, okay, coming to the UK or I'm coming to America, and I know my kid can goddamn get easily influenced by all the shit that's around him. Of course, I'm gonna be on their ass harder.
I feel that, bro. I feel that. I feel that. But when it really comes down to it, I feel like that's anywhere too, though. Like, when you really, I don't feel like my parents was. I didn't really become friends with my. I don't think I'm friends with my parents now. Don't get me wrong. We got a better relationship.
That's your parents, but if you look at a lot of black people, especially like in the hood and stuff, the mom wants to be the daughter's friend. The dad, he want to be the son's friend, introducing him to stuff, whether it's alcohol or weed and stuff like that. Know what I'm saying? A lot of people, their first time smoking was with their dad or some shit like that. Know what I'm saying? Or that's who they seen doing it. And their dad was, he being high, he being a little bit relaxed on shit, or even the dad being like, yeah, how many hoes, you got some girlfriends, stuff like that, because their dad ain't even in the house, so they stand with their single mom. Then when they go see their dad, the dad, of course you want to be the friend, because you're only doing the fun shit, take them to the park, ice cream, this and that.
That is true, bro. That is true. And I do see that a lot more, like, with the younger people, like, the people, like, smoking in front of their, like, kids, but, like, I don't really agree with that too much, bro. Just for the simple fact, like, I know they're gonna ask questions about it, and I don't really like, oh, I can do this, but you can't do this, especially if I'm doing it right in front of you.
Yeah, you gotta be an example. You gotta be a strong example with that shit. It can't be, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, and you can't type it, because it's gonna make them want to do it.
I'm telling you, kids don't understand that, bro. It was somebody said, hey, talking to their kid, you do as I say, not as I do. You can't tell a kid that, bro. You can't, because you're literally a role model. They looking at you like you Superman. They want to do what Superman doing. They see Superman smoking a blunt. Damn, I want to smoke a blunt with Superman, bro.
Same with the alcohol and stuff like that too, because you gotta think it's only a matter of time, especially if you drink every day and your kids see it. They can have this juice, but they can't have that juice. Now that juice is some type of special adult juice they can't have. Know what I'm saying? So of course they're gonna get introduced to drinking and stuff at a younger age, and it's all cause like a lot of times, like and again, like my parents was not trying to be my friends. My mom, she was cool with certain stuff. Well, she was not our friend when it counted. Know what I'm saying? Like I always say, the main thing I got in trouble with my mom is either getting in trouble with the law or having bad grades. Like that's the shit we would get in on, like punishments and stuff for. Outside of that, it was like we do whatever the fuck we want to, as long as we won't get in trouble with the law, and as long as our grades was good. So it's like she wasn't our friend when it came to that shit. A lot of people, parents don't know what their kid's grade is till the report card come. We had all that online shit when we was in high school. Like, yeah, you could see the first grade they goddamn get under 9 weeks. So it was like my mom was on top of all that shit.
Thanks, bro. And let me rewind a little bit, because this is a good point. The first time people smoke is with their parents, bro. They be like, oh, I'd rather them do it here than out there getting in trouble, bro. I feel what they're saying, bro. I feel like the safety aspect, but I don't think you should be smoking a blunt with your kids, especially like they're under 18 or drinking with. That's kind of crazy, bro. You should, knowing that they do it, that's different. Knowing that they do it, because I do believe if this is something they really want to do, they're gonna do that shit regardless, bro.
And it's like you can give the last generation a tad bit of grace, but at this point, the information is out there about every single thing. You know how people end up drinking. You know how people end up if all they do is smoke. You know what I'm saying? They say like a lot of my homies, they been smoking every day since like 9th grade, and yeah, I could tell that shit and fuck niggas' brains up a little bit. How the way niggas be slow or making certain decisions and shit like that. Like yeah, like that shit is real. Me, I was focused more so on football. So yeah, throughout high school, you know, have a blunt every now and then, but it won't never know. Oh yeah, this every day. That shit happened for me in college.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say niggas done seen some shit. Like niggas done seen some shit. I don't even want to speak on that shit, bro. Niggas done seen some shit, bro. But that is a great point, bro. That is a great, and I feel like when it comes down to the women too, bro, it's never been no. Oh, I feel like my mom, she was good about that too. Like you just not gonna have like, especially like when I was real young, you're not gonna have women just like in this joint. You feel me? Like spending the night, blah blah blah. That's what my mom was mostly on, cause like I didn't even know nothing about drugs for real until I got to like.
See, I could have girls over pretty much any time from like 8th grade on, but yeah, like I said, it was just mostly about the grades, and I didn't really start bringing jumps like in and out prior to like 9th, 10th grade probably. But even then, shit, I wish I could, you know what I'm saying? It would have kept me a little bit more focused. I would have been doing better shit with my time those nights, but hell, it was going crazy.
But I feel like there's different alternatives, bro. And I feel like you got to know, like, what your genes shit, too, bro. Because, like, me personally, I was never, like, on the bitches until, like, I got older. But, like, for me, it was, like, the game and shit. That was that, like, that's all I really did, like, as a young Padawan. But my grades was not the best.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of like, I feel like there's all kind of trade-offs with kids.
See, my Wi-Fi would get taken away from my grades and shit like that, or me just acting the ass. Like yeah, so you know that shit fucked the game shit up for me. The only time it didn't, I got suspended. My parents didn't thought I should be suspended, so they still let me play Modern Warfare 2. That whole suspension in 3 days, I just played the game. But besides that, yeah, when I got to high school, it'd be like the phone get turned off or you get suspended just for, or yeah, the line would get suspended and shit like that just for getting in trouble and stuff like that, or being on punishment because of my grades. But you know, my mom was working, you know what I'm saying? My dad died when I was 12, 13, so my mom working and shit, so she can tell me I gotta go home after school, but I mean, who gonna enforce that? Yeah. And I fuck around, be out too fucking long. She come home early, now I'm in extra trouble.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. and I like that because it's just such a different dynamic. Like my dad, the first time I got caught with a shoulder, my dad was happy. My dad went and bought me and my brother some food from the store and took us to GameStop. He was nigga was lit. So I feel like it just be the different dynamic. Cause he didn't like niggas just on the game, bro. He hated that shit. Like, man, we on the game too long, bro. Go outside, go run. I'm like,
that's how my dad used to be too. About like, I used to play like RuneScape and shit on the computer and shit. He'd be like, "Who the fuck is you on that?" Cause I'm just typing and shit, talking to random motherfuckers around the world and shit, playing the game. I'm like, who the fuck, like, go outside, like, or him and my little brother be outside playing basketball. I want to be in the house on the game type beat. So yeah, he didn't really fuck with that shit either.
Yeah, and I feel like we need those different. That's why it's so important to have a mom and a dad in the household, bro. To have like the dynamics. Like my mom was more on me about the school shit. My dad was more on me about being in the house, like
about the shit that's gonna make you a masculine man.
Literally.
You know, you feel me? Yeah.
Facts. Because that was another thing, like Sundays, bro. Sunday, Saturdays in the house. You're not watching football? Wow. It was one time I was watching The Big Bang Theory on a Saturday. This nigga was like, why the fuck you watching this shit? Come downstairs and watch this football. Him and my brother watching football, you know, studying and shit. Like, he's like, man, you don't get down here. And he was like, that's why y'all's going to be riding the bench this year. I was like, well, time to go.
Yeah.
And I did not ride the bench that year either. Boom, and we're gonna do a little rewind a little bit, bro. Cause we gonna talk about what really happened that last day in Colombia, bro. And this is really strictly all educational purposes while we telling this story, bro. You wanna?
Yeah. All right. So me, I kind of already took accountability because it was my idea, but basically, we're trying to get some content. It's our last day out there. We're feeling very comfortable. I'll say that. We was feeling very comfortable. So I'm like, boom. I got these squeak underwear. They got like an elephant on the front, and the nose part of the elephant squeaks. The trunk part squeaks or whatever. So I'm telling my friend that's also there with us. We went with 2 other friends to Colombia, by the way. That, okay, boom. You're going to wear it. I'm going to be walking with you. And then we got Mr. Kingmeechyyy over here holding the camera. Mr. Kingmeechyyy holding the camera. So the friend, he's walking around. He what does he do? He
squeaked that motherfucker.
Yeah. So we walking around. He squeaks it. The girls are looking. If you know anything about Cartagena and El Centro, it's a lot of girls outside. So they're looking at it. They think it's funny. A few of them squeak it. One of them tries to grope the boy or whatever. I'm the one that kind of keeps us moving and stuff like that. And Meechy's in the cut. He's in the cut with the camera. But, he could get stopped by 2 of them. And then when he catches back up, one of them starts pointing at the camera when our guy with the squeaks on is talking to one of the girls. One of them starts pointing at the camera. So I'm like, oh, Meechyy, she's snitching. And mind you, we're drunk. We're doing something. We're making a whole mistake. Everything is a mistake. This whole thing is a mistake. We're drunk. The girl starts pointing at the camera. I try to tell him, like, Meechyy, she's snitching. And next thing you know, they start wilding out on us. And our first thing is like, okay, let's go back to the B&B.
All right. I get it.
Go ahead.
Boom. But here was the crazy thing is, the one that started tweaking, she just came up to me like she was just trying to talk to me, bro. It wasn't even about, she wasn't even on camera, bro. That was the crazy thing, bro. She came up and started talking, and then she just seen the shit in my hand, like, but like it wasn't like we were recording this particular girl.
Yeah. Facts.
Bro, this shit like camera, I was like, no, like, and I was showing her like, nah, like this shit isn't on you, like this shit is off, blah blah blah. But she starts wilding. Boom, I'm like, bro, I'm not dealing with this shit. I start walking away. I said, boom. So we start walking back to our Airbnb. Fuck around.
You get on the street.
No cap. We start walking. We on the street. We turn around. We see this big group of women. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, are they following us? Hell yeah, they was following us. I'm like, fuck. So I'm thinking, bro, what the fuck are we finna do? Cause mind you, we in Colombia, bro. Like, we don't know what the fuck finna happen. Me personally, I'm gonna say my fight or flights literally kicked in. It was like, all right, I can't.
That's what all ours was at the time.
Yeah.
It's just while we were moving, I started thinking like, fuck it, bro. It's not worth it. Let's just delete it because I don't know where we're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about flight. I feel like you gotta have a plan of where to go. You know, feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But so the girls. So boom. I'm thinking Meechyy has the camera, so I'm like, well, let's just go back. But the whole time, our friend with the squeaks, he had the camera back. So I got it from him, and we go down there to the girls, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna delete it. And I'm showing them on the fucking shit. I'm showing one of them. She sees it. I deleted. I had to end up deleting 2 videos. It turned out both of them were part of that same kind of prank and stuff like that. I deleted 2 videos, showed one of them. After that one, she wasn't tweaking no more. But the other girls were still wilding. One of them pulled out a knife on my friend with the squeaks. And we just, okay, we're like, fuck it at that point. I'm just like, all right, man, we're going to, because they also keep saying the whole time that they're going to call the police. Like, that's what they were saying even before we walked up, like, we tried to get back to the Airbnb and shit. They gonna call the police. So they're still saying that. I'm trying to tell them I deleted it. The one that seen me delete it, she's trying to tell them that. And next thing you know, she's on my friend's arm. Like, she's trying to get with him. But The other girls, they're still wilding. They come in, they got the knife. So I'm like, all right, man, call the police. We're going to call the police too. We all going to have a conversation. So we end up going back in the B&B. That one girl that was trying to get on my friend, she talks to our doorman. And we go up to the B&B. But I'm like, all right, I got to go talk to the doorman to make sure we're good. Because this was my idea, my stupid idea. And to me, like, you know, I have grace for those girls because I understand they didn't want their families to see them hoeing. And that's okay. That is completely fine. So I go talk to the doorman. He tells me everything's good. I typed it out in Spanish just so he understood what happened. And we was good. And I think Meechyyy can tell you the rest of his truth now.
Yeah. All right, so boom. As this happening, my flight kicks in. Because I'm thinking, bro, I had the camera like when it was recording. So I'm thinking.
Yeah, you were going to jail.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, damn, I'm hoping the girl's gonna follow me instead of them, and I can just do a loop real quick, and then they won't know where the Airbnb is. That's what's going through my head. So boom, I take off. I take off into the night in Colombia, bro. I take off, boom, boom, boom. I'm hitting corners. I'm doing some other shit, bro. And then I come to this little, goddamn. And then I come to this little area near a lake, and I just said, boom, I'ma just chill here. I'm thinking, worst comes to worst, they just take my shit. They'll meet them niggas in the airport, bro. And mind you, my phone's on 5%. I'm like, fuck it, I'll meet these niggas in the airport, bro. We can leave right now. But then they text me like, yeah, everything's good, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck. All right, so now everything's good. I'm thinking, all right, I can go back home now. Boom. Then the police show up. I'm like, damn, mind you, the way I'm sitting on like a ridge, and it's like out looking at the lake. Right next to fucking Get Some Money. It's really next to Get Some Money, but it's just like 5 minutes down the street. Mm-hmm. I'm just sitting, boom, boom. Cops pull up behind me. He's with this white man. I'm like, what the fuck? Boom, they stop me. Mind you, the police do not speak English, bro. They don't speak a lick of English.
Just like Santo Domingo.
Literally, bro. I feel like it was damn near worse, bro. I feel like it was damn near worse.
Because it was worse because we had a situation, like a real situation.
Literally. So I'm thinking it's because of that shit. And then the white dude starts translating. Basically, he got robbed. And that's another thing I want to talk about, bro. Not just people that be going there, all of them looking for women that be getting robbed, bro. This man was like an ordinary white person, bro. Ordinary. Like when I say, if there was a movie about this shit, it would be a generic white person playing him, bro. That's really what he looked. No distinguishable characteristics about him, bro, at all. And he was like telling, like, yeah, I got robbed. 2 men on scooters came up to me, took my wallet, my watch. They tried to take my phone, but I fought them off a little bit. Granted, I don't think he didn't fight him off. The nigga ran away. The nigga ran away. He said he ran away and they still caught him. Because, I mean, obviously they're on the fucking moped, bro. They're on the scooter. They're going to get you. Nigga ended up running the wrong direction and even to an even worse neighborhood, bro. But he got away. They eventually left him alone. And now they're checking me. Mind you, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Bro, searching me for drugs, all kind of shit. Mind you, I'm free balling out this bitch. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I had to empty my pockets. He's like, did you throw anything in the lake? He was like, am I drunk? I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. Boom. Had to settle that. And then I was thinking, now mind you, I'm shook at this point. I'm shook as a bitch because I'm like, what the fuck is really going on? I'm not trying to end up in a Colombian prison over some bullshit. Like, I don't even know this white man. And then what really kind of pissed me off, he was like, he didn't know what they looked like. I was like, nigga, it obviously won't me. I'm fucking American. Look at my fucking ID. Like, I ain't robbed you, bitch.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, so that happened. I eventually made it back to the crib, but it was like, during the moment, I'm still shook, and I'm thinking, and mind you, this is like the day after, like, I'm really coming to these realizations. Bro, we was all in some shit, and I feel like, bro, it's so important to take responsibility for the shit you do, bro. Because let's say I did end up in prison, blah, 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 for some whole other shit, just because they thought I robbed them. That shit is literally my fault, because one, you did not have to run. I did not have to run, but at the same time, fuck it. I'ma live with the consequences. And I feel like that's what y'all gotta really think about anytime you're doing something. Like this let's say we all really committed a crime, bro. Bro, if you run and you get caught, that's literally your fault, bro. That's strictly your fault. You can't, it would be so much easier to blame anybody. Blame the nigga with the squeaks, blame Jay, like, blame the other nigga, because where the fuck was this nigga at? Where the fuck was this nigga at when all this shit was happening? It would be so much easier to do that. bro. But when shit like that really happens, especially on trips, bro, you got to take responsibility for that shit, bro. 100%, cause now you're in control. And nothing really bad happened, bro. We was good. We all made it to the airport that night, bro. Got through security, made it back, bro. So you can't really trip. But I feel like with shit like that, what really can fuck some shit up if I wasn't trying to take responsibility. Like if I was trying to blame anybody else, like yeah, nah, this your fault. That was some dumbass shit. Like that's not P. That's not really P.
And I feel like, everything that happened to you definitely got to take accountability. That's why I was like, me, personally, I already know just the fucking idea in general was stupid. I wasn't thinking that they was going to react like. Also, where we really fucked up, I was thinking about that too. We should have just had the camera showing so they know, okay, we're recording a video. If you don't want to be on video, okay, rather than trying to hide it and shit like that. And which, like, that was just another user error. I wasn't thinking that they was going to be tripping about us hiding the camera, to be honest.
Bro, but that's the thing. I feel that. And I feel like that is true. That is also true. But on the thing, she didn't know what the fuck that shit was on. That was my kind of thing. Because now I'm thinking about it. It wasn't the one that came up to me. She was trying to, like, actually talk to me at first. She was literally trying to talk to me just like...
Mm-hmm. They seen us walk to the other girls, and that's when she came behind pointing at the camera and stuff like that. And that's why I knew it was... Yeah. It was up after that, but
I knew it was over.
Yeah, but it's like so much stuff, and 9 times out of 10 they were bluffing about the police because in the Dominican Republic it is illegal to record people without their consent. But I don't think that's the law in Colombia, so it's like we wouldn't have been in any trouble. But the main thing would have been of them still trying to like get at us type shit. Nah, I'm saying, or probably calling some guys. That's why I was just like, look. We're going to try to handle this amicably, but they was trying to extort us after that shit. Yeah. They was trying to extort us like a motherfucker. They wanted money and they wanted the camera type beat, so we wasn't going for that.
Yeah, can't go for that, bro. And that'd be another thing. That's really, I think, what they really wanted, bro, just to get some more money off us. Because there's no way we just did all and you're trying to fuck. Like,
yeah.
That's just bad vibes, bro. That's just bad vibes. That's why I said, But I feel like it really was a learning experience, bro. It literally was a learning experience. And that's like, we done stepped out our comfort zone. And that's why you got to be careful doing stuff in, like, other places. Like, it's really about, like, risking it for the biscuit to a certain degree, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it really is. But everything was fine. But we say this to say, like, bro, take responsibility for your fault in whatever the fuck happened, bro. Because I didn't have to run. We didn't have to do it. Fucking Tay shouldn't have been there. But so many things.
Actually, I don't know, because we might have even got back to the street where we was at if Tay was with us, to be honest.
No, probably
his speedball game wasn't like that.
No cap. And that's just what it is, bro. And I feel like you do have to be careful going to these different countries, because I do feel like they do stick together. Like the Colombian people there.
Oh yeah. That's why I was like, all right, we weren't trying to get the cops involved in case they was bluffing, but we like, all right, we're gonna bluff back, because we're like, all right, if y'all bluffing, we're gonna bluff too, because I know y'all not calling 12 with this. Y'all not even supposed to be out here doing this. Like literally that same next day they banned all of that shit. So it's like, I don't feel like but it's just like, okay, police come. They talking to them easily. We gotta try to type our shit out and explain our situation, and they might not even get the translation. Right. And I don't know. They might be like America, arrest first, ask questions later. You feel me?
That is.
And we miss our flight.
Nah, I wouldn't have been pissed. And that's another thing, because we've seen people record that strip before.
Yeah. Even on like sneak cams and stuff like that. It's just we got caught. I don't think no one tried to do no video like that. Like that was gonna be hilarious. It was gonna be a good video, but it's just like whatever. You feel me?
No bullshit. That's why I was thinking, bro. Fuck it, we gonna keep this content, bro. That's literally what I was on to. Fuck, but it is what it is, bro. I'm glad like everybody was safe, but just to let y'all know, bro. Shit can get very wicked in these different countries, bro. You gotta be on point, bro, and don't get too comfortable. Really, don't get too, especially in a place like Colombia, bro. We literally, it's not the most safest place. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the dude got robbed, and mind you, it was like 2-3 in the morning, bro. But so he was just out, and when I say he said he was just out, he was just walking around when the two guys pulled up on him on the moped. it's not like he said he didn't have a woman with him, but it's not like he was in the part where you can talk, like where there's gonna be a whole bunch of women, bro. He was literally just enjoying the sights and they came up on him. So really anything can happen to you out there, bro. It's just about really being smart.
Definitely being smart. Yeah, like I said, not getting too comfortable. You know, you're in a different place, and you gotta understand people got their ways, whether you respect it or not. Like me, I respect the woman everywhere. Whether like I already knew, like you'll see me in some other vlogs. I was like, you can tell, like when a girl don't like the camera, they walk away. You know what I'm saying? They walk away, and to me, that's okay. That's cool. Like I understand that you trying to survive and all that stuff. It's cool, but when it came to the extortion, I'm like, y'all doing a little too much. But hey, their whole little stuff got shut down, so.
Yeah, and it's probably for the best, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Do I feel bad for some of those women? Yeah, like I don't know how they gonna be getting to their money now, but it is what it is, bro. But I do feel like the next place you go, bro, and I do feel like traveling alone, bro. This has really like kind of solidified that I wouldn't go to Colombia alone. I would not do that. Like, I feel like you would want, like, a group of people with you, no matter where you want to go. Like, anywhere in South America, I feel like you should.
I mean, I would go alone. It's just, you just got to move correctly. Alone, you got to think some of the stuff you do as a group, you can't do alone. Yeah, you wouldn't do alone. Or even if you would, it's like you would do it smartly. Like, you got to be on the hunt anywhere at all times. You know, certain places you can't go, certain places you need a hood pass, so you're not going to really be alone. You're going to be with somebody from there that's going to like lead you in the right direction and stuff like that. This is about moving smart. A lot of dudes, they get caught up, they be partying, you feel me? That's what that be. They be partying, or you like when you're wandering, you gotta look like you know where you're going, places and shit like that. You can't just be looking like a deer in the headlights and shit like that. So like if you want to solo travel. It's just, you know, hey, South America should get real out there.
Okay, get real. And I feel like you got to be that type of person that can travel alone, bro. Because some people can't do that.
Everybody not built for that.
I promise you, some people just not built for that, bro. They want to, they going to end up in some sticky situations. Even the guy we met that was solo traveling, he's ended up in Colombia prison before.
Oh, hell yeah.
He literally said, like, he got it. Prime example, bro. I mean, I guess he learned now, so that shit doesn't happen again, but he was literally in Colombia jail.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to end up like that.
Yeah, but usually when you go places, most countries are trying to treat tourists with respect. So it's just about knowing the laws and respecting the land that you're stepping on. Because a lot of people, especially like when you move outside of touristy places or even going between touristy places, that's where the shit happens.
That is true, bro. And you can tell how different it gets, bro. As soon as, all right, so if y'all don't know nothing about Colombia, think about like there's a wall city, bro. Like inside this, so like everything.
Cartagena.
Yeah, everything inside Cartagena, like the wall city, like that's
the wall city is called El Centro, but the city is Cartagena.
Oh, okay. Well, we gonna call it El Centro then. We're gonna be like inside El Centro, you gonna be pretty good. But as soon as you leave that shit turns kind of different, bro. As soon as you get like off the main beat path, shit looks totally different. And it's especially at nighttime, bro. So that's a place like you probably shouldn't be. And that's literally what the officer said. Like, you shouldn't be out here alone, bro. He asked me if I was in Washington, D.C., would I do this? I'm like, yeah, nigga, what the fuck? Like, I run that shit. But he was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. But it's just be the thing. Don't be traveling too far off the beaten path, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like was more dangerous, though, Jamaica or Colombia? That's what I wanted to ask you.
I mean, for the average person, I don't feel like none of it was dangerous for me, but for the average person going out there, probably Colombia. Jamaica, I didn't experience like Kingston. Like I went to Montego Bay, but I feel like that it's mostly touristy. It has its parts and shit like that, but I didn't go to, like I went in the trenches in Jamaica, like besides riding through a few towns and stuff like that on the way to excursions. It wasn't. So it's like, to me, you gotta think just about the drug presence. There's a lot more money in the streets going through Colombia, so it's definitely more dangerous.
Facts, and I'll say the same thing, bro. And I was in Runaway Bay, like that shit. That's kind of chill, but like even walking out of it, like we was still out at 3 a.m. Nothing happened to us. We didn't hear about nobody getting robbed, no nothing. Colombia, nigga. Yeah, I feel like Colombia is way more dangerous, and I feel like they don't got that scopamine thing either. You don't got to worry about that with the women.
I mean, yeah, because it's a natural plant in South America, so yeah.
So I feel like really do your research wherever you want to go, bro. Wherever you're going. Oh my goodness, because shit could definitely go left.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the end of today's episode, man. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to our little story time, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. As already know, we share our experiences, try to teach y'all something as we still learning and maneuvering through this world, through this crazy matrix, and going to different matrices because, hey, Cartagena is his own matrix. I'll tell you that. Hey. Yeah, man. As always, we love y'all. We out.
Love.